Well, hey, Bill. It's Jamie. That's me here, honey. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another news chat. Okay, that's what we'll call these news chat. It's the same thing as a quick chat, girl, just a news chat. Okay, when things are happening in the news and they may go viral, maybe a big story, girl, we're going to talk about that. Okay, especially when it got something to do with the regular, smegular people out here in the streets. Okay, and today I want to come to you guys regarding a story of these individuals here. Okay, these are 10 individuals that they are now labeling as gang members, okay, big G members. All right, according to this article that I'm reading, they're saying 10 alleged local G members facing charges after woman survives being capped in the head and having bleach poured down her throat. Do you hear what I say, girl? I'm trying to speak in code because you know how YouTube get when they want to flag, red light, green light, girl. Okay, but let's go ahead and keep going. There is a warning saying that some of the details in this story may be disturbing for some of you guys. Okay, fast forward, click off, do whatever it is you need to do. But we're going to get into this article that looks like it's coming right out of Norfolk, Virginia. All right, if you guys live in that area, you know some tea, some details about this girl, chit chat with the people down in the comments, honey. But let's get into it. All right, it looks like News 3 is learning more about the people who allegedly attempted to take out a woman back in April of 2020 by capping her in the head and pouring bleach down her throat. Okay, according to recently released court documents, members of the local set or group of the larger national gang Rolling 20s Outlaw Bloods. I'm not familiar with all the names of the gangs, girl. I only know about and I only know about blood. You know what I'm saying? Red or blue. Okay. Then I know about some of the black ones, right? Black and folklore. I don't know. Girl, don't get me to messing up these people names because I don't mean no disrespect. Okay, girl, don't come for me. But anyway, so it looks like there was an attempted takeout, attempted murder on a victim, Brianna Arrington, after she was recruited into the gang. Okay, court documents say Brandon Say So Winnigan is the leader of the local set, and taught Portia Lawless Hodges was the highest ranking female member at the time. They're saying that according to a stipulation of facts filed Tuesday in Norfolk Circuit Court, in order to be initiated into this gang, Arrington had to be jumped in or beaten up by female members of the gang for a certain amount of time. Now, in the next 2 or 3 days after her initiation, she received multiple punishments for not accurately reciting the information or properly following orders. And she ended up being, beat up, child. She ended up being assaulted by multiple members at that time. They're saying that on April 23rd of 2020, Arrington and her 2-year-old arrived at one of the headquarters of the gang, an apartment on Glen Myrtle Avenue, for a planned movie night. Now, after Arrington received a detrimental punishment from the female gang members present, she told Winnigan she wanted to leave. Girl, you should have knew that before you pulled up. Who gave you the advice who told you that would be a great idea anyway? Girl, you should know as hard as it is to get in, it's going to be hard for you to get out, right? Oh, wow. I hate it for her. Y'all, they said when Winnigan told the rest of the members present, they became angry and they assaulted the young woman, okay? Hodges then insisted that Arrington needed to be taken out because she knew too much about the gang. Girl, this is scary because this is stuff that you often hear about, and here it is, we hearing about this, now, but stories I would hear about when I was younger and things that you may see in the movies, but somebody actually real life lived this. Girl, I mean, I don't know how many people don't know. If it's something that became of interest for her that made her want to go and join and be a part, then she had to have known that if she decided that she did not want to do this again, or did not want to go further doing this, that it was going to take a lot for her to get out, okay? She should have known this, and I'm sure they gave her the heads up right out the gate. And you just come there, arriving to a movie night where everybody's there, and then just decide and say, hey, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to, I don't want to do it no more. Girl, you knew they weren't going to go with that. You knew they wasn't going to go with that, and I really hate that she had to go through that and experience what she experienced, but I'm so glad that she made it out alive, okay? Which is going to ultimately suck for them and likely put them away for many, many years, because now she gets to point out who the individuals were that actually violated her. And yeah, she gets to point you guys out, and she's going to put you away forever. You know, I don't know what her functioning is with her being capped, you know what I'm saying, in the head, or, you know, if she's able to speak, if she still has her eyesight or anything like that. Hopefully she can relocate and they can put her in some type of witness protection program, because I feel like, girl, they're gonna be on your head. Okay, as they already were, you know, no point intended, no pun intended. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue to read on. They're saying that Hodges then insisted that Arrington needed to be taken out of here because she knew too much about the gang. Now, Arrington attempted to leave by taking her son to her car. So your child was with you too? Oh, wow. Oh my, by taking her child to the car. Oh my. So where court documents say DeAndre Killer Watkins dragged her out of the car and back into the apartment against her will. Inside the apartment, gang members strangled Arrington until she went limp and lost consciousness. Girl, nobody was with you that night but the Lord. Hear me. All right. Now, court documents say when Arrington did not pass away, some of the people present tried to snap her neck. Whew. Oh, Jesus, girl, this right here. By quickly turning it to the side. Oh my gosh. She was also jabbed multiple times, and Watkins and Winnikin attempted to pour bleach down her throat, y'all. Do you hear what I say? Girl, Arrington's two-year-old. This baby was 2 years old. Two. Okay, now I still have some vague memories from when I was a kid. So I don't know where the baby was, but it looks like the baby was inside. So he might remember some things. Okay. Arrington, 2 years old. Arrington's 2-year-old son was inside the apartment at the time of the assault. Court documents say he was inside a bedroom behind a closed door, but he could hear what was happening to his mother. Okay. And if this was a baby that could talk, ooh, child, and y'all would do that? Y'all would do that? And want to take this woman away from her child, all because she may know too much information about like, what? Girl, this is something ruthless. So let's keep going, okay? They said while the assault occurred, Hodges and other members of the gang took Arrington's phone and began to delete information, including the Facebook accounts of each of the defendants that are now charged, and any information about the gang off the phone. Okay, Tavares, Flash, Mitchell, and Watkins then loaded Arrington into her own car and drove her several blocks away. She was moved to the front seat of her car after being popped multiple times. This woman suffered. Do you hear what I say? I'm so sorry. Including a wound that began at her right eye. Hear what I say, and exited out of her right ear. This is some insane shit. So that kind of answers the question about one of her eyesights. You know what I'm saying? She probably lost her eyesight. Not sure how that works. I would want to believe. Hopefully she's still able to see out of the other. But she was popped more than one time. How do y'all do these things to people and then just wake up the next day like life is great and just move on about your business like everything is okay? Whole time baby back at the house, and I'm wondering, was anybody there with the baby? Y'all just left the baby in the room by itself behind closed doors, because y'all obviously didn't give it him that he was there the first time when y'all was doing all of this to the mom. And this took place in 2020, so now the trial and things just coming up to the forefront. This woman was tortured. Tortured. Okay, they're saying that Arrington was found hours later by a concerned neighbor. When officers responded to the scene, Arrington's face was so swollen that they could not tell if she was alive or how she had been injured. Now, Arrington's 2-year-old son was dropped off in the West neighborhood after members decided not to harm the child or take him out at all. He was physically unharmed, but according to the stipulation of facts, he has been placed in foster care as a result of needing to be placed in a new home from witnessing what happened to his mother. So y'all just decided that the baby needed to be placed in a new home based on what he witnessed of happening to the mom. So y'all automatically resulted in foster care. And I'm only feeling a way about this because I do feel like foster care systems are completely effed up with the excuses that they use to take children out of homes to place them in other places, knowing that you all receive incentives off of these kids, which makes me go and reflect back to, slavery time, where y'all would bid on people and send them to different plantation. So I have an issue with the foster care system. However, some people definitely need, there are some good foster care homes or whatnot. In this particular situation, for the safety of the child, that may be best. And also because the mom initially didn't even consider her own child and wanted to go and be a part of such organization, not thinking about the safety of her child at all, in my opinion. So it's like, with grounds of that, yeah, he should have been snatched. Okay. And him witnessing, what happened to his mom, I guess that's a all right excuse. But also, y'all immediately resulted in foster care. Y'all didn't want to see if there was another family member that was able and capable of taking care of this child so that this child could be with family. You know what I'm saying? It's some muddy water. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I think for the safety of the child, that may have been best, because it's probably going to be difficult to find out exactly where this child went. But if the child is able to talk or communicate or do anything or point out people or whatever the case may have you at 2 years old, probably 2 going on 3, I don't know, will y'all be bringing this child back into the room to testify or something like that? I would think not, considering the fact that the mom is alive and able to do it herself. But I could just imagine what's going through her head. Like, I can't believe I put myself in this position, X, Y, and Z. Now I don't have my child. Now I done lost this. I done lost that. My body would never be the same. I'm this and that. You know what I'm saying? So just terrible, 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 terrible. I can imagine what kind of damage she suffered from just having the bleach go down her throat and down into her stomach. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, listen to me. Let's keep going, because there is more. Okay, there is more. Let's keep going. Now, according to court documents, Walker said he was at the house where the assault took place for a brief time. 10 people were arrested in connection to the attempted murder of Breonna Arrington. Only one 20-year-old Mitchell has been sentenced at this time. Now, Mitchell pled guilty to 7 felony counts on June 15, 2021, and will serve 34 years in state prison after being sentenced to 90 years with 56 years suspended. Okay, so I guess initially he was gonna get a sentence of 90 years, and he was like, I ain't gonna die here. You probably is, baby. But anyway, he decided he was gonna take whatever plea. Let me enter this guilty plea. I ain't even gotta go in front of the trial. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna check it out and say that I did it, and let me just get these 34 years. And he probably hoping and thinking with himself, if I do these 34 years, then maybe I could get out early on some good behavior type SHI. But let's scroll down, because I want to see how old this young man is. When you get to Mitchell, let's see Mitchell. Do they have Mitchell on here? Because I know there was one I was looking at where they had the ages. Let me see if this one is listing the ages of the individuals, because I just need to know, how old were you, sir? Oh, let me scroll up. Mitchell. Okay, 18 years old. So Mitchell is 18 years old. Girl, let me do a little bit of calculations. Okay, let me do a little bit of calculations. So, sir, you're going to be about 52. You're going to be a cute 52, not cute, but you're going to be a good 52 by the time you get up out of there, honey. Let's keep going. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? I hate that y'all thought that was the best thing to do. Like, it's just crazy. So they said they do have quite a few defendants that have pled guilty. Okay. A lot of them will be coming up on sentencing during the month of May. Someone looks like they may have been sentenced. No. She's going to be sentenced in July. I thought somebody had been sentenced this month of April, but that's not the case. A lot of people will not be getting their final sentencing until as late as June. So it's going to be some sentencing happening in May and June with these individuals. Let's see what else they have. And this is about, because they said it was 10 people, right? One person already pled guilty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a total of 7 people have pleaded guilty. The following defendants have a plea hearing scheduled. So they have 2 individuals that's waiting on a plea hearing. And then you got another person that's waiting that has a trial pending. Baby, what you got a trial pending for? So you just gonna stand and say that you're not guilty at all? Xavier Walker, which is 24, of Virginia Beach. 20 felony counts, 20 felony counts pending, 10-day jury trial scheduled for April 18th, 2022. So that means that this is actually happening as of today, unless the courts decided to push it back. So this is happening. Wow. Charges include malicious wounding, use of firearm and commission of a felony, abduction, mob assault, conspiracy to commit felony, grand larceny, hazing, participating in recruitment of a gang. Yeah, it says News 3 spoke with a former gang member about gang culture. Chris Yarbo says getting out of a gang isn't always easy. What you mean isn't always? I thought it was never easy for you to get out. Okay, he says there is that blood in, blood out oath with a lot of these gangs. I've seen every level of getting out or becoming inactive. I've seen people get jumped out. I've seen people get beat out. The worst case scenario is what you just said. They tried to take her out of this world, and that's a different level. All right. So this is what they're saying. Very unfortunate for this young woman. I really hate this happened to her. I hope that her baby is doing well. I hope he's with a foster family that's loving him, protecting him, keeping him safe, and he's in great spirits while he's there. Okay. I hope she's continuing to recover and she's able to, I guess she doesn't even have to go to trial if a lot of these people are deciding to opt out of the trial and just saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm guilty, baby. Send me on. Send me on. Let me get the best deal that I can. Send me on. Where you have one young man that's 24 years old that wants to go to trial. And I guess he wants to say that he is not guilty. Baby, you looking pretty guilty. And here's the sad part for you. Guilty by association. Even if you are in the gang and you didn't participate in any of this, it's the fact that you're in the gang and they're going to lock you down, baby boy. So, and you are facing 20 felony counts, and that's a lot. Right. If you want to fight it, you got the right. Fight it. You know what I'm saying? But it sucks how they try and pigeonhole people to either take the guilty penalty or the guilty plea, and then you're gonna be on probation for this many years, or depending on the crime, right? You're gonna be in prison for X amount of years. Or we'll take all of that off the table. You can try this case if you want to, and if you happen to not win, we're gonna punish you even more, right? But hey, that's how the system works, I suppose, for now or whatnot. But y'all definitely deserve what you're going to get, because it did not even have to go this way, and it did. Okay, so that's all that I have on this news chat with you guys at this time. Go ahead and hop down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts about this overall situation and what you may or may not know about it. Okay, I'm Jamie, that's me, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.